my sweet little garbanzo beans. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera for a second. So we are just doing a quick reading today to talk about messages from spirit. Woo! That's not how I meant it. That's a little more Halloween-y. This is very much meant to be like helpful and spiritual and ethereal, not like whatever I just did. So today we have 3 groups to choose from. We have group 1 right here with the soda light. I don't know if you can see. Look at this little bitty. It's very, very pretty. We have group 2 right here with this awesome, dope amethyst shard. This is the one that I think looks like a little bouquet. Like I want to hold it and tell everyone I have so many people to thank. Then we have group 3 right here with this peacock ore. It's a lot prettier in person, I promise. So look at that little like sparkle and shine. So if you need a minute, please feel free to pause the video, take some time to think about it. We have this lovely gigantic hunk of rose quartz here to kind of always tune into the frequencies of the universe's love, as well as our own self-love and the unconditional love that we hope to hold for others. So from that space, take as much time as you need, and when you're ready, go to the timestamps and select your group. With that, I'm going to get started with group 1 right over here. Hi group 1. Okay, so immediately off the bat, we have this lovely little soda light here. I'm getting a lot of feelings of like healing throat chakra kind of energy. I get like this kind of sense of like a very soft truth coming in, or maybe like a difficult truth that's being told to you in a loving way. And this feels like it's something that's directly from the universe to try to help you to move forward or advance some way in your spiritual journey. I feel like with this particular stone and like the dispersion of color, I feel like this is something where it's been, because it's really, really speckled, I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like this is something that's been clouding the truth for you for a while. I feel like it's just been hard for you to kind of see the bigger picture, see which way you're going. And I feel like there are some answers that are going to come in and help you to, like I said, I guess to heal. Sorry, I thought I had to burp. To be able to heal and move forward from whatever it is that you've been going through. And to be calm is really the big thing more than anything else. To be calm in the truth, and in the truth that you are finding and being shown. Especially with it being soda light, I could see there being a lot of intuitive messages that are being given to you. I feel like there's a lot of like dream related energy. Like you might be getting synchronicities in your dream, or more than anything else, I just feel like you're kind of working a lot of this out in dream space, in the astral. So let's see what you have. You have, ooh, okay, perception. I'm actually going to read it first, I'll put it down. You have, let me see. So this is card 35, by the way, which simplifies to an 8 in case that's important for you. Says the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real, and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Sorry, I'm trying to be mature, but they said like 3 words that make me giggle. So the first thing I'm really drawn to is the square design right in the middle. I don't know if you can see. I'm sorry about the glare. The square glare. The Square Witch Project. Okay, I'm done. So, right off the bat, I'm really drawn to the square shape. And again, a lot of blue here too, and there's green, so that indicates like healing and heart chakra energy. This is kind of talking about, since it's perception, and we were talking about discovering a truth, I feel like this is, again, kind of changing your view of whatever the situation was for the better, for the purposes of healing, and with that square kind of a vibe, kind of an energy, with the purposes of finding more security, finding more stability. Because I feel like whatever this is, again, it's been clouding your judgment. You've been going back and forth on it, and I feel like it's been causing you a lot of, like, I'm really feeling sadness, like, kind of exhaustion, maybe instability, but really just like this sadness is kind of the feeling I'm getting. And I feel that your spiritual team really wants you to know they're working with you closely at this time, and things are about to clear up for you in a big way. It's about to get a lot easier is kind of the vibe. So Let's see what else you get. Oh, okay, here's why. We have Break the Chain. This is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. All my decks are going to be linked in the description box below, so if you want to check it out, you should. The deck is gorgeous. You'll cry tears of joy. Maybe not. I don't know. So maybe I did a little bit. You know, whatevs. So with Break the Chain, it says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, so immediately whenever I see this card, the first thing I think of is these are either very, very deeply held beliefs within yourself. Like, these are patterns you have been engaging in for a long time. And with the perception energy too, I feel like you're about to see them for what they really are, right? Because I feel like these patterns, and these may be family inherited patterns. You might be dealing with family karma or generational curses. I'm just moving this a little bit to the side. You know, whatever these patterns are, I feel like they have really clouded you from seeing the truth of a situation. Because look, we have all this blue, and that can represent communication and truth. We have all this blue, and we have all these shapes kind of intercepting it right here. We have all the clouds right here, and again, we have this blue on this side of the sodalite, but it's like speckled and very clouded. I feel like this has prevented you from seeing things as they really are. I feel like for some reason the truth is going to be a lot more. It's not like it doesn't feel like a bad truth that's revealed. I feel like it's going to be like you're surprised at how beautiful you are as a spiritual being. I feel like there's some issues around self-love and self-worth here that are being broken down in order to be healed, especially if you've been going through a hard time for a while. I feel like this is kind of Spirit wanting to talk about the fact that has a purpose. I say this all the time, and I'll keep saying it, but you know, I truly believe personally that you know, the universe is never out to punish us, right? We're never made to suffer aimlessly, and no pain is without purpose. And that's definitely the feeling I'm getting here. Is I feel like you are undoing a lot of really deeply held beliefs and patterns, whether these are within your own life, within your family lineage, or both. And your spiritual team really wants to talk about that and let you know that any discomfort or pain or disillusioning you are going through, it's only to open up the doors for something a lot greater in your own healing, and to get you to see what's already there, right? Because I'm really drawn to this imagery here right now. I'm looking. I also like that there is Jupiter pictured right here, so that's already kind of telling me there's like good fortune, there's expansion. Sorry if they're not straight, I'm really not good at that. There's like expansion, there is growth, there is good fortune, but really what I'm drawn to is this image, right? Because if she's in the cave the whole time, you know, she never gets to get out and see the light of day. It exists whether she's seeing it or perceiving it or not. It's out there, right? You know, the sun is always going to rise tomorrow, so much so that we never doubt that. Not to mean every day is sunny, but the sun is always out, I guess. So that kind of makes me think of, like, you know, happiness, joy. Sorry, I'm trying to move this this crystal, so that way I'm satisfied with it. But that's not going to happen. I'm just going to stop being perfectionistic about it. You know, not to say every day is sunny, but unless you're in Philadelphia. But, you know, the sun always rises. It always comes out. The truth always comes out. Illumination, enlightenment always comes out eventually, and it's just a question of waiting for the sun to rise. And I feel like you are finally stepping out into the sun. I feel like this is the darkness right before the dawn, and it's about to break, and your team really wants to just help support you in that process. So let's see what your tarot are. Yeah, okay. You have 3 of Wands. Beautiful, we like that. Okay, you have Justice reversed. There we go. Okay, and the 9 of Cups reversed. Okay, so right away I feel like this explains kind of that sadness energy. Can you see all? Yes, you can. I love it. Okay, I feel like this kind of explains that sadness energy. So with the 3 of Wands, sorry, I'm trying to move it. Come here. With the 3 of Wands especially, this is an energy of really reaching for something, and especially in this deck. This is Tarot of the Divine, by the way, recently released. It is a gorgeous deck. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Like, my heart is peeing its pants over the artwork always. But really in this deck in particular, I like that she's climbing for it. She's literally reaching for it. Because the Three of Wands is about, what you're manifesting. It can be about travel. It can be about, it's waiting for your ships to come in. And doing so with confidence because you trust in yourself and the universe equally. And this deck, like I said, she's really reaching for something. And I'm really drawn to the fact that she is out there, ostensibly like in the woods or in the fields, and the whole entire town is over here. So even if you stand alone, you stand confident. So I feel like whatever this is, even when it has gotten tough, even when you've been alone, when you felt alone, you have kept reaching. And Spirit really wants to commend you for that, because that is hard stuff. And I see that with the Justice card reverse. This is Libra energy, by the way. We are currently in Libra season. This is a timeless reading, but at the time of filming, with this Justice reverse energy, I really see that you feel like, you feel like there is, excuse me, like something is out of balance. Like this is, I'm hearing cosmically unfair, right? Because the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. It's really interesting because normally the Nine of Cups is depicted as one deeply satisfied man wearing a jaunty red hat surrounded by 9 cups. And this is his personal wish fulfillment, right? His personal satisfaction. As opposed to, perhaps the Ten of Cups, which is kind of more noted for including other people in that process. It's complete and total emotional fulfillment. But the Nine of Cups, excuse me, oh my gosh, in this deck has a couple, and they're just like adorably deeply in love. And, with this reverse and the Justice reverse, I feel like there was a wish. There's something you really wanted. Perhaps this is involving another person just because this particular deck has 2 people pictured on it. But I feel like there's something that you really deeply wanted that just called out to you at a soul level that really felt like, excuse me, it would be fulfilling, right? And I feel like, okay, sorry, I'm getting 2 messages, so let me finish this one and I'll share the other one I just got. I feel like with the, the Nine of Cups reverse and the Justice reverse, I feel like there's this feeling of sadness, like it was almost snatched from you, right? And, because the Justice is all about fairness, balance, truth. You can also talk about legal contracts in particular, so maybe you were wrapped up in a legal matter that did not go the way that you were hoping for, and it feels very defeating is kind of the vibe I'm getting. And if that's resonating with you, Spirit just kind of wants to talk about the fact that it will soon become clear why that didn't work out, right? Because there is something greater at play here, right? There are old patterns that need to shift, and anything that has occurred is in order to get that shift to happen, to facilitate that change in perception. Because once you change your perception, changing your actions becomes a lot easier much of the time. Like I also always say, something may be simple, but it doesn't make it easy. But once you change your perception on something, it's a lot easier to see a different perspective that makes it easier to take the actions you need to take or to avoid the things you need to avoid. Like doing the thing that is best for you becomes the easier thing to do for you as you shift your perception. And I feel like your team is really, really working with you on that right now. And they're also saying too, like, and this kind of goes into the second message, the other thing I'm seeing here is that there's something that was expected of you, right? There's something that, I don't know why I'm getting this, is maybe for somebody out there. Perhaps you were, expected to go into like a legal profession or law enforcement or something that is very, maybe like contract work, or there's something that you were expected to do. I don't know why I'm also getting writing. Like you were expected to do something, but it's not your wish is kind of the vibe I'm getting. And with Break the Chain, I'm feeling like maybe your family really expected you to do something, and I get this feeling of feeling trapped, right? And if this is resonating with you, I feel like you're kind of still in this energy, but you want to break out of it, right? With this Three of Wands especially, I feel that that desire to reach for something greater. And with the whole town in the background, I feel like this is your community, right? Like you are at the edge of this cave, you're at the mouth of this cave, and you really want to emerge into who you actually are, into what you actually want for your life. But I do feel like there's fear there. And Spirit is kind of coming in and talking about how your team is trying to help you shift your perspective, how to help you shift your perception, especially with this being an 8, shift your perception about what you want to create and manifest in your life. Because life is really too short to be anything less than happy if you don't have to be. And so often we kind of get into this mindset, whether this is something we've created for ourselves or is inherited or both, something that we have learned from our families that we are continuing to create in our lives, right? We have it in our head that we can't have our deepest desires, that somehow it's like out of cosmic balance. And I would say this especially too if you have a history of like a really troubled, maybe troubled past, difficult family life. If your family has had really heavy energies for generations, it kind of becomes almost the perception that you have to struggle like that you have to fight like that. And I was talking with a friend about this the other day, actually, is that, after a while, I think that one of the hardest parts about healing and shadow work is that you get used to identifying with struggle, and I think it becomes almost easier, right, because it's what you know. And contrary to what we say, more than craving happiness and joy and wish fulfillment and everything we've ever wanted, as human beings, we crave comfort, right? And there's always that battle between, the ego and the soul, between comfort and expansion, between our human nature and our spiritual selves, our souls, our divine essence. And this is kind of coming in to talk about really going after what you want. Like, the only thing that is out of balance here is your own perception of what you think you deserve, the happiness that you think, you can attain or can't attain, and your team's really coming in, and again, I feel like especially during dream time, to help you see a new life for yourself. So maybe you're dreaming a lot with with birds, especially. Maybe you're dreaming a lot with birds. I feel like images of the sky. I don't know why for some people I'm getting the image that you're in like deep water, like the middle of the ocean. Perhaps you feel like you're about to drown. You might be dreaming with like these, like if there are landscapes of places you've always wanted to visit or things you've always wanted to do, these might be in your dream lately. All of this is to try to get you to confront those deeper emotions that keep you from going after what you want, or keep you from walking away from what's no longer serving you. And so I wouldn't say they're necessarily full on prophetic, but I think these are prompting you to really take a deeper look at it. When we're sleeping, when we're in dream time, it's a lot easier to be able to examine those energies without the rigidity or the blockages that our conscious mind can create for us sometimes. Try to see if I get anything else for you guys. I think that is about everything that I have for group 1. If this resonated, feel free to hit that like button or comment down below, or comment down below really what you want for yourself today, this week, this year. What do you want to see in your life? If there were no limitations, what would make you truly, deeply fulfilled and happy? If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. I offer a variety of readings and spiritual services, so please feel free to look those over. But if you don't see anything that meets your spiritual or financial needs, totally feel free to DM me, because I'm happy to make custom readings to make sure everybody has the guidance that they need. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye my love bugs. Okay, hi group 2. So you chose this sweet little amethyst bouquet. Look at this baby. There we go. You see it? Sorry, the angle's a little bit awkward. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like you're being asked to focus your intention, right? Because I'm always really drawn to the fact this one's like, shoo, right down to a little point. It's like my little crystal shiv. And again, there's the amethyst. There's like the classic amethyst purple at the end. So I feel like you are intuitively getting messages about how best to focus your intentions, or something that you want to possibly to manifest. I really feel like to know. There's something you want to know. There's some answer that you need. There's something that it's like this craving for knowledge. I feel like spiritually too, it doesn't have to be like, I really want to go back to school, but I feel like there's something where you want to understand is really, I guess, the thing here. And I do feel like that understanding is coming. Probably, I feel like it's not coming as fast as you're wanting, which I am totally in that boat with you. When it comes to spiritual stuff, I'm like, cool, patience is a virtue, but I want to know now. So, this is kind of your team saying, like, it is coming. Keep your intentions focused. Keep trusting your intuition, because they are speaking to you through that. So just keep doing what you're doing, kind of a thing, and try to find peace and patience as much as possible in this process. I feel like the energy is picking up too, and that's why there's this like ramped up need to like, oh, I need to know what's going to happen. I need to know this answer. I need to know what to do. I want to know, about my past lives. I want to know where this, what kind of connection is this? Where is this going? Stuff like that. It's kind of like this. It's this excited / anxious energy. And I feel like it's about split even down the middle. So maybe that's, the energy for this pile in general split down the middle, or it may be within yourself. You are both excited and anxious. So yeah, let's see what you got for your cards. It's making me giggle because that's totally me all day, but also I just like the energy here. It feels very familiar. Let's see, I want to make sure it's in the frame. Can't really see it because it's on this nice little dark blanket, but you get my drift. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yoga healing. Sorry about the glare. There it is, healing, yay. Okay, so this is card 29, by the way, if you're a numerological freak like myself. So that reduces down to an 11, which reduces to a 2. So those numbers may be significant for you. This is the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Yes, okay, so with all the green right here too, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 major points around the outside. I feel like this is most likely having to do with other people as well, because 6 is a number about, interpersonal relationships. But it's also about balance. And with all the green here, I feel like there's a lot of, heart chakra healing. I'm just making sure it's like as centered as possible. There you go, little babies. There's a lot of heart chakra healing. Oh, you know what I'll do? Boom. Problem solved. Look at that. Creative problem solving. I'm glad you're here to see it with me. Anyway, a lot of heart healing going on. I feel like there's heart chakra restoration, like a rejuvenation kind of a feeling. And I think this surge of energy is why you're kind of like, oh, I want to know. I want to know whether or not to move forward. And especially with all this like orange and the yellows, I feel like there's a lot of, again, energy. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of joy. But if you are not moving forward as fast as you like, Spirit really wants you to know it's because they're trying to help you find balance and heal whatever is out of balance. Because I do feel that you have a new chapter coming, and especially with this simplifying down to a 2. 2s are all about decisions, but they can be about, duality, balance, union, whether this is internal or external with another person. So I do feel like you're being brought into balance. And you're being healed at a heart level, so that way you can take on the challenges of whatever this next chapter is for you, which is super exciting. And I like that it says, what did it say? The information that comes to us through our senses, right? So this is kind of what we were talking about before. There's like, I almost said there's amethyst information. There's intuitive information that's coming to you. I do feel like you are getting these nudges, and that they're pointing you, because this always looks like an arrow to me. They're pointing you in the right direction, and they're focusing your intention greater. And I feel like because there's this surge of like, rejuvenation and energy and joy, I feel like you want to act on it right now, and Spirit's like, whoa, whoa, it's okay, just chill. So everything is happening, it's unfolding, don't worry, but it's going to happen in due time, okay? Yeah, look at this, align your life. Look at her. Okay. So it says, what is not aligned or needs to change? Exactly. And this is kind of that feeling that I was talking about. Like, look, the whole picture's there. It's coming together, but it's just not quite there yet. Some of the pieces are more in alignment than others. And I feel like you're going through this alignment process because there's something new that's around the corner. And I'm just fixing a little bit. There we go. There's something new that's around the corner. And your team is really trying to prepare you for that. So yeah, that's really exciting. I love this. Okay. So let me see. You have 10 of Cups reversed. Sorry, I had to like figure out which way to put it so it's the correct direction for you. Okay, 10 of Cups reversed. So this isn't for everybody. Don't freak out, okay? You with me? You're not freaking out? The first thing I was drawn to was the man and the two ladies right here. I feel like if you have had an issue in the past with like a relationship with a third party situation, I feel like this still haunts you, right? Because they look kind of ghostly, but you have this happy couple right here. And the Ten of Cups is all about complete emotional fulfillment, particularly in relationships and in family, like in interpersonal situations. So if this is something that has happened, and if this is something you're worried about, I feel like you are healing from that. And I always say don't freak out because whenever anybody hears third-party situations, it's immediately like, ah, shit, they're cheating. I am like that myself, so you're not alone. But I want to say if this is something that has happened or something that has plagued you, if you've always had like maybe a big fear of being cheated on, or you have been cheated on, or you know, you've cheated on somebody in the past and you really regretted your decisions. And I'm saying this too because I don't know if you can see, but she's like the same color as the folks in the water, right? So this kind of makes me think of this is like your past or your fears or your shadow self that haunts you. But this is you escaping it and finding that contentment and that fulfillment that you want. So I do feel like you're in this massive process of healing to prepare you for whatever it is that you personally have been asking for. And again, there's a lot of hints that this has to do with an interpersonal relationship or a romantic relationship, but it absolutely does not have to be. You know, the Ten of Cups could be your dream home, a career that just makes you feel so, you know, fulfilled, so happy, so, you know, good in your own skin. Whatever it is that makes you feel like that, this is kind of what this is speaking to. So, and a third party situation doesn't always have to mean infidelity. This could mean, you know, if it's a relationship, this could mean somebody who's so wrapped up with their work they never have any time for you. This could be, you know, somebody who has been a poor communicator in the past and it's been really, really hurtful. Whatever this situation is, you know, I feel like you have been haunted by fear of this or haunted by this experience, and I feel like finally you will be emerging into your actualized dreams. But first there has to be this healing, and that's kind of what Spirit is working on with you and talking to you about. So let's see what else you got. Yeah, good, because you have the Chariot. I love it. This could potentially represent Cancer's energy, by the way. So we have more water energy. But, you know, the Chariot is all about success. It is about, you know, it is about being really, really driven. It is about success through the power of your will. But I always like the Chariot because it's like, it's self-mastery through internal balance and harmony, right? In the traditional tarot, it's the Charioteer. And I never noticed this until the other day. He has like a little crown slash hat slash, I don't know, decorative piece on his head that has an 8-pointed star like you see in the star card. So to me, this is him like really channeling, and again, this kind of feeling of like really channeling his intentions and channeling his desires, right? Because it's always on like the crown chakra area. So it's really thinking about, you know, what is his wish? What is his divine purpose? What is his will? And moving toward that. And the way he moves forward, you know, there's two sphinxes in the traditional cards. Both are a mixture of black and white. One is predominantly black with white accents, and one is predominantly white with black accents. And so, you know, to me, it's again, getting into alignment and finding that balance, finding that that balance between his light and his shadow sides, and learning how to master both. And that's, the background of the card in the traditional tarot is yellow, and it's one of only a handful of cards that has a yellow background. So this indicates like confidence, joy. And so he's moving forward. He's very focused with his intention, and he believes inherently in his own success and his own ability to overcome any obstacle, because he's already overcome the greatest obstacle of learning how to get in touch with and master and refocus his shadow energies, right? Doesn't mean he never has to do work again, but the difference is that now he's confident in himself that he can do whatever, like he can do that work, he can handle whatever comes up. And honestly, that confidence is the thing that leads him to success more than anything else. So that's real dope, I gotta say. Yeah, right? Oh, I love this. And then the Nine of Swords reversed. You guys, this is so exciting. So the Nine of Swords upright is all about, it's sleepless nights, it's insomnia, it's our worries. A lot of the times the fears are unfounded, but it's just the things that we, keep us anxious. And again, there's that anxiety feeling of I do feel like you can sense this chariot energy coming, but that past is still kind of haunting you a little bit, and you're working through that, right? So it's saying keep going, you're doing a good job, keep releasing that anxiety, releasing the fears of the past, because you are headed toward your upright Ten of Cups. You will be successful, right? You will, just because something didn't work out in the past, perhaps, it doesn't mean you're doomed to never have what you want. Sometimes it's just not the right time yet, or the right circumstances. And oftentimes, I know everyone's probably sick of hearing this, rejection is redirection or protection. But it's true, there's things that, there are things that we think we want, and it's not that we're wrong, but maybe we're missing a crucial piece of information. I'm trying to think of an appropriate, YouTube appropriate example. Okay, so for example, for my own personal life, when I was younger, I had a relationship where I was very much in love with the person. I thought it was okay, this is somebody I could have a family with, I could have children with, and we ended up, not working out and going our separate ways. And I look back and I am so thankful that I didn't get what I wanted, that I didn't end up starting a family with that person, because it would have just been not a good fit for me. And that's just, that's one small example. But this kind of saying release your worries and release your fears over anything that hasn't worked out in the past, because everything is coming into alignment and into order. So if something is presented to you again in your reality, this time it's because you're ready, and this time it's because things are fundamentally being different. You are healing at a base level, and once you heal and you do that inner work, once you master that shadow self again, anything really becomes possible, and not because of, not because it wasn't before, anything like that. But once you understand your own shadow side and you understand how to do shadow work, anything else that comes up in the future feels more manageable, because you understand how to handle it, right? You've already been through the trials, the tribulations. You know what you're made of. You know that you are made of strong-ass stuff. So this is just kind of really encouraging you to keep going with what you're doing. Don't get discouraged if things take a little while. Feel free to take your time, because you are doing a lot of big healing and life alignment. So this is really, really exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. I offer a variety of readings and spiritual services, but if you don't see something that meets your financial or spiritual needs, please feel free to DM me, because I'll totally make you a custom reading. I want to make sure everyone has the guidance that they need. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here. I'm wishing you all the very best things that life has to offer, and take care. Bye, Group 2. Hi, Group 3. So you picked this lovely peacock ore. I always want to be like, peacock or what? But that's just a stupid joke. I can't help it though. So right away, I do see a lot of the peacock ore, because it's so, multicolored, always makes me think of Kundalini energy. So I do feel like you're going to get this idea, this creative spark. There's a lot of purple in this one in particular, purple and orange. So I feel like you might be getting intuitive hints about this. I feel like you're almost getting creative ideas. So if you have something that you like to do that's creative, you may have gotten a bunch of ideas lately, or be like, well, that would be a cool concept. That would be, and I feel like you're getting like synchronicities about it, right? So like maybe you think of, for example, if you are an artist, maybe you think of an idea for a painting, and then you see symbols that you were, associated with that while you're out and about the next day. That's just one example. There are a lot of different ways to be creative. So don't fall into the trap of thinking it's just got to be like one of the standard ways we're kind of used to seeing. So yeah, this is kind of just saying that you're coming into a very creative period in your life. Sorry, I'm shifting because I'm old and my legs are crackling. You're coming into a very creative period in your life, and I feel like you're about to kind of like give birth, so to speak, to something very, very new and unique, and something that has the potential to gain you a lot of recognition. Because I feel like you're creating something that's just like, I'm hearing a twist, like a modern twist on an old classic. So I feel like it's similar enough to what people are used to seeing that they're interested in it. It's not too like shocking or anything like that, but it's different enough that they take notice. So that's really, really cool. I'm really excited for you. Okay, so let's see what your cards are. Haha, okay, you have dynamic. Look at you. That's really interesting too, because to me, triangles are all about focusing your intention and creating something. Oh, here comes my cat. So, with dynamic, this is number 23, by the way, so that reduces down to a 5. I really like that this particular triangle is I can't tell if you can see, encased in, I had a hard time saying that word, encased in like the flower of life. But this is card 23, and it says, the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new. What did I just say, guys? With ease, grace, and great joy. That's so cool. So this one flipped over, so I try not to look at the cards so I can be surprised with you guys, but this one did flip over while I was shuffling, but I hadn't read it. So that's really funny. Yeah, like I said, I think you're creating something totally new, but it's familiar enough that like, it's going to be familiar enough that it's something that people will seek out, but it's going to be different enough that it subverts their expectations. And I feel like people will really, really find this interesting, whatever this is. So go you. I'm also really, again, drawn to the myriad of colors, very like Kundalini energy. Lots of yellow and orange, so divine, feminine, and masculine. This is very creative potential with, the impetus to kind of act on it. Oh, can you hang on a sec? My cat wants to get out of my room. Okay, hi, I know. Head on out. Okay. Sorry, but she's the cat, she's the boss. Her name is Moss. I literally call her Moss the boss, and I tag pictures of her like that on my Instagram. And then I did this for like a few months before I realized that is apparently a hashtag used to post pictures of Kate Moss. So if you look at it, it's predominantly pictures of Kate Moss with a whole bunch of pictures of my cat doing stupid shit in there. So hashtag Moss the boss, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you have the Awakening card. Look at that. Okay, and it says, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes, I love that. So again, very like Kundalini Awakening energy here. What happened? You guys only got 2 cards. Hang on one second. I'm just realizing that your tarot of the... All right, you know what we're going to do? I'm realizing that your tarot of the divine, I only pulled 2 cards. I thought there were 3. So I'm going to keep the deck nearby, and we're going to go through the cards, and then I'll shuffle your last one live. But yes, this is, again, that same exact energy. Again, it's just like really creative time period for you. There's a lot of inspiration, I feel like, and it's just, gosh, how do I put it? I feel like you have a lot of divine energy that's like flowing through you, and it's allowing you to like create in a way that you haven't before. If you've been going through creative blocks, I see that changing. It just feels like this is like a river flowing through you kind of a feeling, and I feel like it's going to attract a lot of other different energies, so you may find that from this other people want to work with you. And again, creativity, it comes in many shapes and forms. This could be that you're creating a business. This could be that you are you're doing some creative writing. You are creating content, you are whatever it is that you are making, right? You are putting your intention and your ideas into and taking action on. That's creating something. So whatever this is, I feel like it will be similar enough to what is common, but just different enough that it really, people are like, oh, I like that. Oh, that's a great idea. What a great use of, I'm also really drawn to all the colors. I'm hearing what a great use of color. For some people, I'm also hearing marketing too. There's like a new marketing strategy you've been entertaining, and I feel like now is going to be the time to go for it. Or if you're missing one piece, if you're missing one idea, one person to collaborate with, I do feel like that's coming in for you. So that's really awesome. That's really exciting. Okay, yeah, so we have the Devil, which I love this card in this deck. Okay, so this is Capricorn energy. You know, the Devil can kind of talk about, you know, our fears, our insecurities, our lower vibrational energies, the things that hold us back. But in this case, I don't really get that vibe. So this person that's coming in may be a Capricorn. This could be you. Something important could be happening in Capricorn season. But I really feel like this is kind of that Saturn 10th house energy more than anything else. You might be going through your Saturn's return right now. But I feel like this is, again, 10th house energy is also about legacy and status. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to get you notoriety. It's going to help bring in that legacy, that status. It also might have the potential to be immediately pretty lucrative, or to lead you to other opportunities that will be very lucrative. But this is going to like be part of your reputation, I feel like. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of abstract art kind of a vibe too, and like spiritual art. I don't know exactly what that would mean, but I'm gonna give it to you guys. Yeah, okay. 8 of Wands, look at that. Yeah, so 8 of Wands can be about travel, which I know is difficult at the time I'm filming this, but it can be about travel. Again, a lot of different colors. Birds are also symbolic of freedom. This kind of makes me think of the phoenix a little bit, even though the bird's not on fire, it's holding fire. So I just feel like this is, and we also have a lot of fire imagery right here. So fire in the tarot is, you know, that's the wand suit. That's about spiritual energy, but also creative energy, and that's absolutely the vibe here. As well as the purple and orange highlights in the peacock orb. So with the 8 of Wands here, I'm kind of feeling like once you do this thing, like things are gonna just like move really quick. Mostly the feeling I'm getting with the 8 of Wands is the 8 of Wands can talk about like a barrage of messages coming in all at once. So I feel like you're gonna have this breakthrough, whether this is another person or you're gonna be stepping into this Capricorn kind of devil energy where you are like on top of your ish, like just really organized. You have a clear vision for where you want to go. You don't give a single shit about what anybody has to say about it because you're very driven. You're very led by your intuitive promptings. And I feel like the more you listen to those, the more it's going to bring you out into this like very unique success. And I just feel like you're going to get a lot of messages. So maybe if you're doing like content, you're going to get a lot of people commenting on your posts or following you or subscribing to you. For some people, I'm getting Patreon. If you're doing stuff on Patreon, you're going to get a lot of patrons. I feel like you are going to be on fire. That's kind of the vibe here, is like once it starts, and especially too, because look, this entire background is all like snow. I don't know if you can see that. It's all snow and it's all like wintry energy right here. So I feel like if you've been in a period of slowness, of stillness, that is changing. I also feel like when you start kind of moving forward, this is going to have so much momentum, nothing is going to put that fire out. So this is exciting. I'm getting into it for you guys. So let me see. I'm going to pull one, I'm going to pull one card. Sorry, I got to shuffle off the camera. The camera's at a weird angle. I'm going to pull one more card so you guys have your final one. So overall, this is really, really cool. And I'm excited. Please feel free to comment down below, by the way, on what your idea is, if you feel comfortable, or kind of like what area this is in, because I'm really curious now. Or if you don't want to talk about it right now, that's cool, but like come back to this reading later and tell me once it takes off, because I want to know. Oh, cool. The tower is at the bottom, by the way. So yeah, this big change is coming in. And the last card, yes. Queen of Mofo Cups, ladies and gents, all peeps, because this is really agendered. My garbanzo beans. There we go. So Queen of Cups is absolutely that intuitive prompting we were talking about. I feel like maybe you were somebody who has struggled to connect with their intuition in the past, or struggled to follow it, maybe lacking confidence. But I feel that changing. Again, this is water sign energy, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. That could be you. That could also mark a significant season in the year where something occurs within this situation. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix it. There we go. Yeah, I really just see, like, as you listen to your intuition, and also as you seek out what emotionally fulfills you in that process, this is just going to take off for you. And, like, this is going to take you to places you never thought you would go, I feel like. It's just people are going to be talking about it. And I feel like, too, with the Queen of Cups, because this is talking about, like, being very emotionally mature, in control, following your intuition, honoring your emotional body. I feel like there's going to be this, like, level of genuineness and authenticity to the work that you produce, that other people will stand up and take note of, right? It's not going to be like, oh, this person's so fake, or whatever other kind of criticisms people have. I feel like you're going to come across as a very genuine person, and so it's going to be this, like, mixture, like, wow, they made something so cool and so unique. I would never have expected that. And then also when they go to interact with you, to message you, to talk to you, to comment with you, there's going to be this feeling where you put people at ease because they do feel like you are genuinely very caring, you're very present, you're very nurturing, you're very emotionally plugged in, and I feel like that will serve you really, really well in kind of like balance out this, like, more Capricorn energy, which can be known for being a little bit cold, incredibly savvy, incredibly materially gifted, in terms of, like, being really good at being able to accrue money and be able to, very, very savvy with their money is what I'm saying. This is like a really, really nice balanced energy, I feel like. You know, this is having the know-how to figure out where to go and how to move forward. This is that kind of business acumen. You know, this is having the emotional depth, the caring, the nurturing, and being very overt with that. You know, being very intuitive, being very open about being spiritual as well. So if you've been hiding away your spiritual journey, or, like, this aspect of your spirituality, it's time to bring it out into the light and incorporate that in some way, shape, or form into what you're making. And it doesn't have to be an overt addition to your art, but just, like, being really open about who you are and then letting that speak to what you have created. You know, it's just going to create this really, like, nice combination, and I feel like with the Eight of Wands, it's just going to be like that match to the powder keg, really, like, propelling you forward. This is the passion, this is the drive to keep going after it, to keep, you know, keep moving forward, to really transform your life because of that. It's super exciting. So I think that is just about everything I have for you, Group 3. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out the link to my Etsy shop. It's in the description box down below. And if you don't see anything that meets your financial or spiritual needs, please feel free to DM me, because I'm always happy to make custom readings. I do have a bunch of different ones on my shop as it is right now, but like I said, always happy to make more. And again, if you feel comfortable, please comment down below what it is that you've been, like, tweaking and working on, because this feels really, really interesting. You know, if it resonated, let me know. Hit that like button, smash it up. But yeah, other than that, I think that's just about everything I have for you. I am wishing you all of the best and most beautiful things, and I appreciate you being here with me today. So with that, have a wonderful day, my sweet little garbanzo beans. Bye.